Hello all. For those who are clearing prelims 2026, we are starting with the essay program and ethics program, and this is how the model essay is we are providing that I am going to discuss, and mainly we are focusing on evaluation. We will be giving you the topic, you will be writing and you will be sending us, we will be evaluating, and then we will be having one-on-one session. This is our program. With this program, on this particular program, I am taking one demo 2025 PYQ question which is called as contentment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. Contentment is natural wealth, which is called as satisfaction, a inner satisfaction, a inner feeling where I am happy with what I have is called as contentment. Whereas luxury is more about wanting. I want more, I want this, I want that. That is called as luxury, which is not going to end. Today, if I have a car, then I want to have a SUV. If I have an SUV, then I want to have a BMW. So there is the wanting will not come to an end. So having of more wanting is called as luxury. So luxury is what all the times it will never be satisfied. So I will be thinking more about getting it. I want it. So it's a poverty. When I believe that I want it, when I have a feeling that I am insufficient, I want more, this is called as poverty. So hence luxury is called as artificial poverty. So we have everything, but still we want. So there is no poverty, but still we create a poverty. Hence that still we create a poverty by the man, hence called as artificial poverty. So how we should write essay for this particular? Before that, few terms I want to decode. Contentment means called as inner wealth. Luxury is called as endless desire, endless want. Natural wealth is sustainable happiness. I am happy. Sustainably I am happy. And artificial poverty means psychological feeling which is never it is going to an end. Balance between aspiration and greed. Balance between aspiration and greed. The means it is never going to an end. So hence we have to have a balance between happiness and greed. So in this context, I am going to explain you how we have to write. So we will start with an anecdote. What is an anecdote? A fisherman and a merchant. So a fisherman, he will be sleeping nicely under the tree. Then a merchant will go near the fisherman, will ask, so you are sleeping very happily, there is lot of fish in the river, you can go and catch the fish, no, why you are sleeping? Then he told that I got enough fish, and how much is sufficient for my survival for today? I got it, so I am happy, now I will take the rest. Then merchant will think that, see, I have everything to live for another 10 years, but still I am having more wanting. So this person is only thinking about today, whereas I am searching for more wants. So what is the difference between both of us? This thought process has triggered in the merchant. So contentment is natural wealth, whereas greed or luxury is artificial poverty. Hence, we have to start with this particular anecdote. We have to start with the anecdote of merchant versus fisherman, and we have to make that. So how this particular essay is going to tell through contentment, how we are going to become happy. So hence the philosophical foundation is that, so it's a never ending wants. What? Luxury. Every day there will be more wants, every day there will be more desire. The desires are not going to an end. That is philosophy. Whereas contentment is, I am satisfied with what I have. So everything is satisfaction. When I am satisfied with what I have, I am very happy. So we have to follow the philosophy of satisfaction, but not the philosophy of desire, want. So hence philosophical foundation, the thesis statement mainly talks about we should not be worrying about the more desire, we should be about satisfaction. Like that we have to make a balanced thing, and we have to write one more paragraph. Next it will be with respect to dimensions. So individual dimension point of view, how many dimensions we have to write? Individual dimension point of view. For example, Mahatma Gandhi have everything, but he want to give something to the people. So there will be satisfaction at individual level, but Mahatma Gandhi have everything, but he want to have more aspiration for the society. So here the meaning contentment means not only with respect to individual contentment from the point of view of society also, there is a need for aspiration. Aspiration and greed are not the same. I work hard, I do something to the society. That type of thing we need to have. Aspiration should not be there, but greed should not be there. Individual point of view you will write. Spiritual dimension, second paragraph. In ethical dimension point of view, we will write. Social dimension point we will write. Economical dimension we will write. Environmental point of view we will write. Sustainable development can be when we have contentment. So if not, we will destroy all the forest. Still we will be unhappy. But what will happen? Climate change will happen. Destruction will happen. Disasters will come. Contemporary relevance we will write. Civilization. Progress is called as civilization. So progress will happen with having more wanting. So what type of civilization? So we want civilization which is aspirational. We don't want civilization which is greedy. We want the civilization which is aspirational point of view. So hence that is a civilizational point of view. And finally counter arguments we have to give which are negative. So no, sometimes we need to have greediness also, then only we will grow. If we don't have greediness, we cannot grow. That is counter argument. So 9 small paragraphs, 9 dimensions you have to write for this particular essay. Here we will be quoting the example of like Bhagavad Gita. Equanimity means we should have aspirations equally, we need to have satisfaction equally, which is told by Bhagavad Gita. Buddhism, desire is the root cause of all the problems, hence we need to have Madhyamika Marga, middle path, told by Buddhism. Stoic philosophy, happiness arises not from the acquiring more but from wanting less. If I want less, then I will be more happier. That type of happiness we need to have. So you will quote Bhagavad Gita, you will quote Stoicism, you will quote Buddhism also. Then contentment should not be confused with passivity. A contented person may still strive for excellence. Excellence we can strive, aspiration we need to have, but we should not have wanting, we should not have greediness. Greediness is different and aspiration is different. Excellence is different and greediness is different. Perfection is different from greediness. That difference also you have to write in this particular essay. Abdul Kalam was content in spirit yet ambitious. Mahatma Gandhi lived simply but pursued extraordinary social transformation. Contentment means freedom from greed, not freedom from aspiration. So we need to have aspiration. That particular line also you need to mention in this particular essay. Luxury itself is not inherently wrong. We need to have luxury, but we should not think about luxury means what? Having a proper living. Luxury means what? All my community people should be happy. All my neighborhood should be happy. So luxury is social luxury, not economical luxury. So we need to have social luxury. And problem arises when luxury becomes a measure of identity and success. But a problem arises when we think the luxury itself is my identity. The luxury itself is giving me recognition. Then all the problems will come. Luxury sometimes generates a cycle of perpetual dissatisfaction. Hence it is called as artificial poverty. Hence, on the other hand, traditional Indian culture celebrated the idea of simple living and high thinking, but we need to have, our culture itself is telling that we need to have a simple living like Mahatma Gandhi, simple living like Vivekananda, simple living like our Sadguru. So from this we can come to a conclusion that our Indian culture itself promotes simple living with high thinking. That type of satisfaction we need to have. Respect was often accorded to scholars, teachers, saints, but not to the wealthy people. In our Indian culture, we give highest importance to public servants. We give highest importance to teachers, saints, but never to the wealthy people. From this, we have to understand that, yes, wealthy people are not going to be the final. So hence we have to strive for sustainable development. Life model. What is a life model? Lifestyle for environment. Conclusion. Let us return. So in the conclusion again we have to come to the anecdote and we have to link intro with conclusion. So let us come to the fisherman story. The merchant saw poverty where the fisherman saw abundance. The merchant measured wealth through accumulation, the fisherman measured it through fulfillment. Years may pass, fortunes may rise and fall, technologies may transform societies, but the central question remains unchanged. How much is? The answer lies at the heart of the idea of within. Contentment is natural wealth because it rises from within and grows through gratitude, wisdom and balance. Luxury becomes artificial poverty because luxury is never going to come to an end. Luxury means wants. From this we have to conclude that contentment is the natural wealth. Contentment is the inevitable concept, but not the luxury. In this way you have to conclude. So this type of essays we will be giving you. You will be writing and you will be sending us. Then we will have one-on-one sessions. Those who are writing mains 2026. Thank you.